All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to unpack a pretty powerful and maybe even an uncomfortable idea that in almost every situation, the real power doesn't go to the person who's the most passionate. It goes to the one who has mastered their emotions. And this is really the core of it all, isn't it? It's this idea that true strength, real influence, isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's actually found in stillness, in that ability to just watch and observe while everyone else gives away their position by desperately needing to react. And this is the immediate pushback, right? I mean, we're told our whole lives that being vulnerable is how you connect, that showing your passion is a good thing. Well, we're about to take that conventional wisdom and turn it completely on its head. So let's start with what our source material calls the power paradox. It's this belief we all have that freely expressing our emotions makes us stronger. But what if that's not just wrong? What if it's a dangerous myth that actually makes us weaker? This is where the whole script gets flipped. It's not about how deeply you feel something. It's about your ability to be okay without it. I mean, think about it. The person who is genuinely willing to walk away from a deal, from an argument, from a relationship, they are the one who sets the terms. They hold all the cards. And this leads us to a really powerful metaphor for how we give away our own power without even realizing it. The source calls it the leash of emotion. Seriously, just picture this for a second. Every single time you desperately need someone's approval or you need their reassurance or you're waiting for a specific reaction from them, you are literally handing them the handle to that leash. Your own neediness gives them direct control over how you feel. And here's exactly how we do it in our everyday lives. When you're rushing to justify yourself or demanding an immediate answer to feel better, or you're reacting to every little thing, you're not gaining control. You're actually handing the other person a roadmap to your own insecurities. You're showing them exactly where to push to get a reaction out of you. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. You've got two paths. On one side, there's this endless, exhausting cycle of chasing and reacting. And on the other, there's a path of discipline. It's about waiting, observing, and then responding. Not from a place of desperation, but from a place of power. Okay, so if that's the trap, what's the way out? The solution presented here is this idea of achieving emotional sovereignty. It's all about taking that control back. Now, this is the most crucial distinction we have to make. This is not about becoming some cold, unfeeling robot. Not at all. It's about feeling everything, but refusing to let those feelings steer the ship. Your true power lives in that tiny little pause, that space between what happens and how you choose to respond. And let's be super clear about this because it's so easy to get it wrong. Emotional sovereignty is not an excuse to be a jerk. You can absolutely care. You can care deeply about a person or an outcome, but you can do it without chasing. You can be fully engaged without handing over the keys to your own emotional state. Okay, so let's talk about how this actually works in the real world. Because whether you're in a business negotiation or dealing with a personal relationship, this idea of restraint is an absolute game changer. I mean, look at this. It's brilliant. When you get angry, you are showing the other person exactly how much you care. You're showing them they got you. But silence communicates something totally different. It communicates that your peace of mind doesn't depend on them. It communicates freedom. And you know this is true. Just think about it. Real influence doesn't need to scream for attention. It has a kind of quiet gravity to it. It's the person that everyone else in the room kind of watches. The one whose opinion matters more because they don't just give it away to anyone. This is their playbook. They don't have to jump into every single argument. They let other people rush to fill the silence. And their unpredictability, that's a form of power. It makes everyone else lean in, try to figure them out, because it is really hard to control someone who is emotionally still. And all of this practice, all of this restraint, it all leads to one place: genuine self-mastery. And the incredible freedom that comes along with it. It's about finally owning yourself. Let's really break this one down. A reaction is a knee-jerk thing. It's automatic. It's basically your emotions playing you like a puppet. But a response is different. It's considered. It means you've paused, you've filtered, and you've made a conscious choice about whether this thing is even worth your energy. And the truth is, most things, they just aren't. Now, you have to be ready for this part. When you stop playing the game, when you stop needing other people's approval, they are going to notice. They might call you cold or distant, But you have to understand, their discomfort isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's proof that you're no longer controllable. It's proof that your validation finally comes from inside. And this final thought just captures the entire idea perfectly. We live in a world that is screaming for your immediate emotional reaction to everything. And in that world, the single greatest power move is to simply remain still, to become that calm center that all the chaos has to spin around. That is real, unshakable power.